Bless America, Jesus, Lamb, oh, Jesus, Lamb, I got my fear on your neck. You had a good, I guess I such a good time in the ocean. Can you hear like other songs too? They have a good song, but I can't. You're the tree or under the sea. We have a good time every time in the ocean. Yes, on at the beach we swam a lot, and me and my siblings, we enjoyed there every time. Every day we went to swim, maybe it was only 5 days. And also we rode an airplane. It was also one of the best memories in your childhood. I loved it so much. Okay, yeah, and also other really quick, thanks for the personal comments and some of the mentions too. Oh yeah, the DMs or personal connections, a personal message is always welcome too. And then the really quick describing the one word some of the work. Yeah, some of my company. Yeah, I took care. We took care. Changing the diapers of the nearly 100 years old woman too. And those are, some people think it's like, no, it was not. And when I visited their home. That home was some of the traditional old home too. And we had a password, passcode to enter that house in like after 6 o'clock in the evening. So me, as a caregiver, like a housewife works. Yeah, I did like other and big company works too, but I really enjoyed like women's connecting company if I work in that island. So that company was also matching, and it was before I moved a little bit countryside area because of my second marriage. I married twice, but I divorced twice too, but they are all good people. It was not expecting on that way, but of course I pretty much like I handled well, because pretty much we all have Jesus in our mind, right? So that's why it's, and pretty much my childhood was much harder in some way. Like some even like mental abuse, like hitting or kicking inside the family, being like by the adults. So compared to that, those like divorce was like a heaven, more like a sanctuary. And yeah, those are some of the stories share, the memories share, really quick one. So yeah, so like filing the divorce, officially the divorce was finalized. I filed the divorce 3 years ago, and inside the island, I divorced 3 years ago. Yeah, so only 3 years, and I have no. Pretty much after that, I don't have any desire, because it was only twice, only one marriage in one country. One was in the US, in the United States also I married. They're really good family too, so like Marine. His dad was also in the Marine. They're a really good family, and I know that. I have other like Marine and Navy friends too. In the jail, I got like a woman, a good Navy friends too. They're like really good people anyway, but nobody should go to the jail. Yeah, let's say it was kind of like a volunteer, a socialized to me too, but nobody should experience those things. People cannot be the same, so everybody have a different experience. So that's a different stories. Anyway, so by the way, if I can do some of the jail volunteer, or like Salvation Army, or like those like volunteer, maybe I can do it too sometimes. At that time, I was in my 20s, or 24 years old, 25 years old. All those experiences were in my 20s. So I was young, so maybe I could have more time to do. But after that, like after I was 27 years old, I got some of my land around maybe organization as like church land and some like let's say like apartment like management things too. So yeah, when I was 27 years old, also I moved to a little bit of the countryside area, just like some in the US. Yeah, because in the US everywhere have a big land and it's like a countryside to in some way compare to the TOKYO. Everywhere else have a big land. So yeah. So that's why now maybe I don't have time so much to do the volunteer all the time like before, more often, because I'm like after 30. I'm not like over 21 years old category, more like I'm like 31 years old category. I am more like over 31. So so that's why if I'm gonna do some of the volunteer, like a Salvation Army, or like helping the people, yeah, like that. I mean, in the different ways. Oh yeah, of course, I can help. I love you. Those are to the different message to the different person, different people. You're great. A wonderful people. Yeah, so if I'm gonna do some of the other volunteer things, you have to provide the transportation. Then I can do it. Yeah, those are a different topics. That's a different topic. Yeah, there are several topic in here on this a little bit. Wait, yeah, a little bit like a podcast, and yeah. So and yes, everybody sometimes have a story share, right? And that's also kind of fun part. I like a show time to a show, an entertainment show. Oh my gosh, it's like 27 minutes. I can't believe it. Hold on a second. You're gonna be you have such a good start. All that. Oh yeah, about some of the mentions, some of the messages about mochi. Okay, woman in the JP Island, by the way, mochi is a omochi. More likely, if it's a JP food of the mochi, sometimes in foreign people speak totally in a different accent, like so native English speakers in the US, nobody can understand if other people speak in a different way or in a different accent. So it was kind of like that. In the JP Island too, in the JP or in the JAPI, yeah, if foreign people who speak in a different accent, some native like JP speakers who always talk to the only a JP girlfriends, a JP woman friends inside the JP Island, a normal like born and raised in a JP woman with inside the island also like we don't like I can't sometimes I can't understand like I was like oh you what are you talking was yeah sometimes we would get confused. It's like oh they were talking about that word and that vocabulary, but it was in a different way. So even other people speaking in the JP language, because the accent is so and the way of the using the word is so different. So yeah, pretty much don't understand. Like can't make sense at that one, but they are so sweet. Yeah, in a company, I worked several companies too. After my marriage in Ireland too. But yeah, so some people like first time I had the foreign accented JP language. I was really surprised, and the words I couldn't understand anything like what they are saying because of that thick accent. But some of the personal connection, she was talking about some of the accented or in a different way of the speaking in the JP or like in some of the language, a foreign language. But yeah, so personally, I liked her. That was one of my coworker on the face-to-face non-internet world and yeah, she's a wonderful person, and I liked that coworker. I liked that coworker a lot. She is one of the coworker in a different area. So yeah. But it seems like she always doesn't speak the JP language compared to the other level of the foreign people living inside the island, inside there in that area. So that's why her language level is so different compared to the other foreigners. But yeah, so those are some of the shares. But for sure, she's living her best there. She's married to some of the students there, and she has a child in a different country. So her mother is taking care in I think it's called like Fukanshu. It's that's some of the foreigner in a rich country. It's a different island. It's in a different country. And yeah, those are some of the shares. There are my side of the share. They are good people. So anyway, a woman's usually in a conversation. A woman say if it's a woman, it's say like we say omochi, not mochi, because mochi is in a conversation. Usually, normally, yeah. So those are some of the detail, some of the culture lessons, a culture class 101. Teaching about the Japanese language culture, a JP language culture. So, hi, these are some of the advertisement to the other people, a group of the people there, everybody on the podcast or meeting there. I can be because born and raised as a JP, a native there. In some way, English is native too after 20 years old, because people study, they can speak even better than everybody else. Everybody is like that. Many people